Even in 2026, the irony is everywhere. I have a young friend who works in a bank. She has meetings all day. She starts out early in the morning, prepared everything for the house, goes to work. And then, as the clock strikes 5, she's like Cinderella, already worried that she has to get home on time. She can't concentrate on anything else. She has to rush home in the traffic. She has to cook food for everybody. She has to make sure that everyone is fed and still be the last one to eat.
Rocking Mama to Real Mama, Mamta B.
As I was sitting and having my coffee this morning, I was thinking about how much things have changed ever since I was a little girl. When I was in my early 20s, there were so many things I was told I couldn't do because I was a daughter. Now in my 50s, I look back and realize that those rules were not necessarily there for our protection. It was more of a habit that had been ingrained into generations for over decades. When we were at a young age and we heard the word feminism for the first time, I don't know how you were explained to it, but for me, I got the message completely wrong. Feminism back then, to me, felt more of women trying to be like men, who didn't wear makeup, who didn't wear dresses, who didn't participate in girly things, didn't wear pink. Now I realize all of them were just misconceptions and we just got it from the wrong source. It was only after I started learning and reading about it, discussing it and talking about it with my friends that I realized that feminism is not a political theory. It is actually like wearing a new pair of glasses and suddenly seeing things so much more clearly. I look back at my own life and look at my education, my choices that I made, my career choices that I made, and I look at the failures. And then I slowly changed the way I felt about when I looked back at my life. I did not look at failures as failures anymore. I looked at it as not having the right kind of support that I needed to move ahead in life. In Nepal, patriarchy is something that is really ingrained into our culture for a very long time. Patriarchy tells us that a woman's job is about love and it's about duty. This is when feminism steps in and says, no, it isn't. This is labor and it should be recognized within the family and within the society. Many people that I talk to, and especially men, still believe that feminism is about women trying to be untraditional, to follow Western culture, to be extra modern. But I've lived in Nepal, in this beautiful country, for years, and I see feminism all around me. I see feminism in a young girl who's trying hard to set up her own little business. I see feminism in women who are speaking up for their rights and fighting for their rights to equal property. I see women trying to get their citizenships through the names of their mothers. Being a feminist is actually one of the more traditional things we can do for our families. Feminism is about the strength that I see in my mother and the choices that I want for my daughter and for her daughter. You can still celebrate festivals, you can still be traditional, you can be the best daughter-in-law. But you don't have to be the last one in the kitchen, washing up all the dishes and being the last one to eat, while all of the other men are sitting in a corner just chatting away. You see what I'm trying to say here is feminism means everybody should try to be on a more or less equal level. It is so painful to admit, but patriarchy survives in Nepal because we women actually contribute to it and we help it, we encourage it. More than often, we women become a part of the problem instead of being a part of the solution. We give special preferences to sons over daughters. We teach our daughters to be accommodating, to be understanding, to be quiet, be a good daughter, be a good daughter-in-law. We have mother-in-laws who expect free labor from their daughter-in-law. And by doing this, they're contributing to the circle. They're not breaking it. We hear mothers advising their daughters to endure a difficult marriage, to put up with an abusive partner. We completely forget to understand the mental health and the situation the daughter is going through. We tell them that stay in it for the sake of the children. As women, we criticize other women instead of supporting each other. Many a times we don't do this knowingly, but unconsciously it has been ingrained into us for so long that we find it absolutely impossible to break the cycle. We go with the flow, we go with what society wants us to do, and in the end we continuously follow this repetitive circle. Whereas we should be trying to break it. That is what feminism is all about. It's about breaking this toxic cycle and trying to bridge that gap between genders. We try and raise our daughters to be a lioness, and then we tell them that they should be quiet as a kitten. We tell them that the world is theirs to conquer, and in that same breath, we tell them to dress properly so that the neighbors won't talk. You see, we're living double lives. We pass judgments on the wrong things. We are contradicting what we want to say and what we want to do. And all of this leads to so much of confusion. Even in 2026, the irony is everywhere. I have a young friend who works in a bank. She has meetings all day. She starts out early in the morning, prepared everything for the house, goes to work. And then, as the clock strikes 5, she's like Cinderella, already worried that she has to get home on time. She can't concentrate on anything else. She has to rush home in the traffic because she has to cook food for everybody. She has to make sure that everyone is fed and still be the last one to eat. I mean, even to this day, we have women, educated women, still having to follow that line and nobody trying to help her out of this. People say, oh, Nepal is changing. And yes, we are. We now have women in parliament, and plenty of them. But in honesty, we have a long way to go where policies are concerned. So dear women, remember, the world won't stop spinning if you forget to wash the dishes or you leave it for another day. You have to learn to go easy on yourself. You have to ask your partner. You have to ask the other male members in your house to, hey, come on, give me a hand. Let's change the rules a bit here. I need to rest. You have to be able to voice your opinions. We have to change the way we bring up our children at home. We have to equally, if not more importantly, change the way we raise our sons. If we keep raising boys to believe that the women's duty is in the kitchen and that showing emotions is a sign of weakness, then we are absolutely doing the wrong thing. So my advice to you young women is speak your mind. Bring about the change that you want to see in the society and start at home. So go and have that extra piece of sil roti if you want to. Keep the dishes for tomorrow. And start believing in the fact that your voice truly matters. I'll talk more about this in my next episode. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hits FM 91.2.
Hits FM 91.2.